Hello and welcome to Everything Reselling. This is the first episode since I changed the podcast name. I'm very excited. Hopefully you guys are ready to have some fun, learn some great, amazing new stuff because we're going to talk every week about something new on reselling. And man, has there been some changes this last couple weeks. We have Mercari going down to 0 fees, which there are so many people that are having twists and turns and thoughts about that. And honestly, I'm thinking it's a great thing. Love me, hate me, disagree with me, agree with me, love Mercari, hate Mercari. There's so much going on in the world that us not having to pay some fees is amazing. Now, people are like, oh, well, it's going to affect my sales. It's going to affect my sales. Not really, because there again, you can drop your prices now because you're going to make the same amount that you would on Poshmark if you drop your fees. So if you drop something down to $20, you're going to make the same amount you would on Poshmark. Now, everybody's like, oh, the $2 fee, $2 processing fee. Okay, the $2 processing fee. Let's talk about that for a second. Just wait until you get over $10 or just figure that into your price that, okay, when I sell this item, I'm going to have a $2 fee on top of that. So instead of maybe making it $20, like I said, make it $22. Now you've covered your $2 processing fee and you're still making the same amount you would on Poshmark, right? Or keep it at $25 and then you'll still make more money. So that's kind of that. The return policy, I haven't had any yet issues with that. Because honestly, I try and make sure my stuff looks good. If you're covering all your T's and dotting all your I's, the person's not going to complain because they know what they're getting. In fact, here's a better idea. Why don't you undersell the item just a little bit? And I'm talking about when you're describing it and when you're picturing it. When you're describing it, instead of if it's like new and you know the tag just came off of it and it's like new without tag, why not put it at excellent? That way, when the person gets it, it's above their expectations. So they can't complain that you lied on that. If there's a stain on it, put it as good condition. Instead of, I think it's like new or good, excellent condition. Instead of excellent condition, put good condition. Put it one step down just so you won't have an issue. What's the worst that can happen? Maybe you might not get... I don't even think that that's an accurate statement is to say, well, maybe you won't get any sales because I think, honestly, your sales will skyrocket more because people are now expecting something, okay, it's excellent condition and then they get it and it's like brand spanking new. They're going to be like, holy cow, this isn't even just excellent condition. This is amazing condition. They like way under described it. And that's kind of the effect you want, right? Give them that, have their expectations ready and then exceed their expectations. That's what people need to be shooting for in reselling is let's take it back to exceeding everybody's expectations. Let's not just be like the Amazon or the Walmart or the Target of reselling. Let's be the Louis Vuittons and the Coaches of reselling. Let's take it up a notch. I know when I first started on Poshmark and I would get orders and I would buy stuff, they would come in nice packaging. They would be, and there would be a thank you card and maybe a little extra something, a freebie gift or whatever. People have stopped doing that. They're just throwing things in bags. And I can say I've honestly kind of started slacking on that too. Let's take it back. Let's go back. Okay. And I know times are tough and people are like, oh, that's just ridiculous. So instead of a free gift, right? What if you gave out free marketing materials for your business, right? Let's think about this for a second. Instead of going out and finding those, freebie items that you could give away as freebies, why not spend the money to buy pens with your business name on it or keychains or stickers or hair ties or earrings or anything to promote your business because you're automatically got that customer, right? It's not against any policy for you to add a little free gift with purchase. And it's not against any policy for you to advertise yourself. So why, instead of spending the money and getting all these different freebie gifts where somebody might get a bracelet or somebody might get this, why not it be your materials for your business to advertise it? So that way, every single time they're using that pen, they're thinking about your business. Or if they go throw their hair up in a hair tie, they're thinking of your business. That is the point of this, right? You are running a small business. If you're part-time, full-time, doing this as a side hustle, making some extra cash, why are you not branding yourself and using all of that to your advantage? And I'm not talking about let's make branded t-shirts and sell them like some people do. You could do that too, sure enough. But I'm talking about the little freebie stuff that people are going to take with them and they're going to use and they're going to be out and about. And then people are going to go, I wonder what that is. And why aren't you having a QR code for yourself? So when you're out and about, people are scanning that QR code. I'm talking about on your phone. I'm talking about on your wrist. I'm talking about if you have your own branded shirts and you don't have a QR code on there or your website on there, you are missing out on potential buyers and sellers right there. And I don't mean sellers, but I'm talking about like sellers like, hey, you know what? I have a house full of items that I want to get rid of. Are you looking to buy them? Or are you looking to do a consignment deal? Or opportunities for this business is everywhere. Okay. There is no reason why no one should be you should have too much work, not enough work where you're like, oh, I'm not getting anything. If you're having too much time and you're sitting around going, why is something not working? Then you need to tweak something and you need to fix something. And I'm not talking about going out and buying these elaborate courses that are like $79, $89, $39, $27. I'm talking about you step back and you look at your business. You think about what you want out of your business, not what someone else tells you you should be doing. Think about what you should be doing. Okay, if you're selling high-end items, are you really selling those high-end items? Are you making videos? Are you using social media to your aspect? Are you using word of mouth? Are you advertising on your vehicle? Are you advertising when you're out yard selling or estate selling or thrifting or storage unit hunting? Are you advertising all the time? Let's be honest, when you're running a small business, which this is, even if it's a hustle and you're only doing it to make money for some special occasion or something, it is still a business. Treat it like a business. How would you want your business to be? And what have you seen? You've seen brands all over the place. If you work at, say, I'm going to throw Harley Davidson out there. If you work at Harley Davidson, what do they have? They have branded shirts for their employees so they can wear all the time. Because what ends up happening? That employee ends up after work, goes to the store. They're branded with the Harley Davidson logo, right? Same thing with Walmart. They're branded. Everybody has all their stuff on their for their employees to wear, because when they get off of work, what is the one thing that they end up doing? They end up going out somewhere and someone sees it and they're like, hey, you work there? Blah, 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 blah. So why aren't you doing the same thing for your business? Just let that sink in for a second. Are you? And if you are you doing it all the time? And if you're not, why not? Why aren't you dropping that in the conversation? Even if you see somebody that has a pair of shoes that you like, are you dropping in the conversation? Hey, I like your shoes. Where'd you get them? It's usually how the conversation goes, right? So if you're a seller, then why aren't you going, oh, those are really cool shoes. Hey, where did you get them? Because I would like to sell some in my shop. Boom. There you go. Now you have dropped what you do. Right? And the person's going to be like, oh, you sell? What do you sell? And then that's when you start talking about your stuff. And then if you, instead of having a business card, let's say you forget your business cards. Do you have a QR code on the back of your phone? Do you have a QR code bracelet? Do you have a QR code keychain? Do you have some way to have that person right then and there know exactly where your business is and what it is? If not, that is where you need to start. And yes, I get it's expensive and people are like, oh no, that's money. No, that's money. That's a write-off right there, because you are using that to also not only get more clients, but you're using it to advertise. So all that advertisement is then considered a tax write-off. And if they keep the taxes this time and you make over $600, you're going to have to write it off as a tax write-off. And actually, technically, you should already be writing it off if you're over $400, but we know people don't do that. So let's just go with if you get an I-1099, you're going to definitely have to file on your business. So why not try and make sure you get all your tax write-offs that you can, right? So with all of that said and done, I hope that helps you think about where you need to take your business to the next level, how you need to fix that. Now, going back to the platforms and Mercari, did you guys know that Citizen, if you sell on Citizen, also changed their things? Except what they're doing now is they're actually taking the shipping off the plate, where you can either still offer free shipping or you can actually charge the person free shipping, which they have not done before. And they also raise their shipping prices a little bit. eBay raised their prices. I don't like eBay, but that's just me. They raised their prices on their fees and everything. But then you got eBay UK that decided that they're going to offer free. Yes, you guys, I'm 100% legit on this, free listings on clothing. So is that something that's going to be coming to the US? Who knows? Now, the biggest question to all this is, if you've got eBay doing stuff because Mercari did it, you got Citizen doing stuff because Mercari did it, what is Poshmart's answer going to be to all of this? Because Poshmart legit is the most expensivest fee placing one out of everybody. And not only that, if you guys don't know this, on Poshmark, if you hit over a certain threshold, I believe it's $400. I'll have to double check that one, but I believe it's $400. It automatically puts you at free shipping. And you know what? I want to double check that. I'm going to double check that. I think it's 400, but for some reason, I think it's 500. Let me see. I believe, again, I'm just double checking. I believe it's 500. I'm checking right now. I know you can't see me checking, but I'm checking because I believe it's 500. I'm like almost positive it's 500, but it could be 400 because I want to think that there was something I had up for 400 and it automatically did the shipping for free. And there's no way of getting around that either. So if you guys do anything at a certain amount, Poshmark is automatically going to offer free shipping. So now you've got that coming out of your pocket also, which, okay, so it's not 400. It's not 450. Yeah, it's 500. So 500 is the max. And it says for a limited time, Poshmark is offering free shipping on items that are 500 or more. It's saying for a limited time. Honestly, that has been like that since I can honestly remember that it's been 500. So honestly, if you put something up for $500 on Poshmark with fees and everything, you earn $400. So in between shipping and fees, you are automatically losing $100 on Poshmark. That's just insane. And Poshmark wants to be known as a luxury brand, but honestly, what luxury stuff is not over $500? I mean, there are a couple people that sell the luxury stuff that's under $500, but most of it's above $500 because you also get the free authenticity with Poshmark. But let me tell you guys about that. If you guys don't know, Poshmark changed its policies and procedures and terms and conditions like everybody else has this year so far. But Poshmark's done some craziness. And the biggest one is if you send, and I'm warning you guys on authenticity. This is very important for you guys that want to get into luxury or you're in luxury. I'm pre-warning you. This is in their policies and procedures. If you don't believe me, go look it up, and I guarantee it's in there black and white. It straight up says that on prohibited items, the counterfeit and the replicas and all that, that if you're not allowed to sell that at all. Okay, so let's get that first of all. If someone says that you have sold them a non-authentic item, it then goes to Poshmark, right? For them to check and see if it is authenticated or not. If Poshmark decides, yes, you guys, I'm going to say that one more time. If Poshmark decides that it is not authentic, they keep the item and you lose the item and your money because you sold a unprohibited item. And I triple read that 3 times, unless I'm misunderstanding it, which very well possibly could be. If I am, you guys go over to my Glam and Budget you can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on TikTok. You can message me there and be like, hey, that wasn't right. You did not read that correctly. And I will reread it, and I will have someone reread it to me, because I literally pulled it and was like, are you kidding me? I thought that was insane. Because what if you thought it was legit? And I'm just saying, because I'm not amazingly awesome at authenticating anything. So please don't ask me to go, hey, is this real? I have no idea. I rely on the authenticated places. I'll send it into the real world, or I'll, take pictures and see if it's authenticated by, Macari or Poshmark or whatever. And then that's how I sell it. Or I legit buy from a site that is legit 100% like Closos, that has, yes, I did just drop that, that has legit high-end brands that are authenticated before you even get them, and they get the authenticated paper and everything. So, but I honestly, for me, that I'd rather pay for that service if I'm going to do those high-end stuff, which I have started doing high-end. I never used to, but because of Closos, I have started offering the higher-end items like Louis Vuitton's MCM, Coach. I always found Coach when I would find it. I'm trying to think of what else. Some Louis, I already said Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior, Gucci. I have all that stuff now in Michael Kors in my closet, and all that stuff is from Closos. So I will do an episode on Closos also, so you guys can find out. It's an amazing sourcing company that if you guys are looking for a legit way to source items, right, without leaving your house. Yes, without leaving your house and without putting any money up front, this is the place for you to check out, is Closos. And I will have the link in the descriptions. All the links, everything that you guys need will be in my descriptions of this. We're right at 17 minutes. I don't want to blab anymore for you guys. That is what I've got this week. Thank you for tuning in. I will listen. Hopefully you guys will be back next week. Hopefully I gained you as a follower. If not, thank you for listening up to this point. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And our motto here is keep on keeping on. So you guys remember, no matter what you hit, no matter what obstacle you hit in reselling or your day-to-day or your personal life, anything, keep on keeping on.